However, there has never been a time to limit people on life like the vaccine pass.
This video needs your concentration.
Hello, NEG2POS is here. Today, NEG2POS will let you know what is wrong and what is right. And NEG2POS always prefer being better existences together for better world. Let's take a quick look at what a vaccine is on the dictionary. It's written as immunology, a substance given to stimulate the body's production of antibodies and provide immunity against a disease without causing the disease itself in the treatment, prepared from the agent that causes the disease, or related, also effective, but safer disease, or a synthetic substitute. Humankind has been vaccinated to achieve positive results that maintain life by rejecting the first negative, which is infectious disease or death. However, there has never been a time to limit people on life like the vaccine pass. Humankind has been plagued with infectious diseases several times in the history of the Earth, and the Black Death in Europe, which is estimated to have killed between 75 and 200 million people, is one of the representative examples. In order to protect life from viruses and diseases, and live without dying, we vaccinate as a preventive measure before treatment. Humans who have developed immunity, their body is supposed to heal itself, even without the vaccine. As time passes, the human body will continue to make and develop antibodies to the virus, and the corona will progress like a cold. In Korea cases, using QR code, etc. for visiting places is only for finding infected person efficiently, and alarming to other people where we're in the same place for positive. It is not for limit too much or invade freedom. Have you ever heard of 666 once in your life? There are verses of 666 in the Bible. It is said that 666 is the number of the beast. Do you believe the Bible? There are people who believe in the Bible and who don't. NEG2POS is trying to tell you more clearly than the Bible tell us that can make you understand well, with the negative category and the positive category, which is the basis for empathy. Because the vaccine pass shouldn't be like 666 to dominate you. In addition, NEG2POS will deal with all religions by negative and positive. Do you like to be dominated? Or do you like someone help you? Dominating is negative, helping is positive. Also, do you like being dominated? Or do you like being free? Domination belongs to negative, freedom belongs to positive. Since you are free, but force others, such as raping, this is a crime. Crime is negative, not like freedom, which is positive. Although you have the freedom to rape someone, if you do rape someone, it's a 100% crime, not freedom. According to the contents of the Bible, this is kind of crime. What's Satan? The beast wants. The beast who are evil existences spoken in the Bible, crosses the line that must not be crossed, and tries to control and dominate the good people, by abusing their good intentions, by threatening their life. It's about all for only committing crimes. That is why the evil entity called Satan described in the Bible becomes a criminal. A beast who has trash properties of being strong to weaks, and being weak to strongs. Abuse the weaks to dominate others and treat weaks bad with these properties of the beast. Conversely, a person with a conscience has the right properties of being strong to strongs and being weak to weaks. Strong people who have the right properties fight against the strong existence who want to dominate, and help the weak's existence by taking the same position of weakness. However, unlike humans, the beasts who always aiming for domination try to dominate people who has good mind or heart, such as living together with good intentions and getting a vaccine to prevent disease for mankind, by turning this positive direction into the negative, just by catching them off guard, by abusing good mind and heart. Having for you mind or heart comes from altruism and helps others for each other and us. Domination comes from selfishness, egoism, and is only for using and dominating others for myself. Does the difference become clear? Any act of control for domination or coercion like this 666 is a crime. So all citizens or netizens must rebel and fight for freedom, which is not crime. The vaccine pass must be different from the 666, which only limit trading to dominate. Freedom is positive. Crime is negative. But just because you didn't get vaccinated doesn't mean you're a criminal. Everything is concluded clearly with direction. For example, with atoms, we can use it for nuclear power plant by managing explosions and radioactivity, to produce electricity, to enrich humanity, or we can make atomic bombs to kill people. If the vaccine pass is not a system of cooperation that guarantees freedom for positive direction, but if the direction is in the form of domination, as it is for negative direction, we should never allow ourselves to abuse this state of wanting to dominate. Just as the reason for war is to try to dominate, if the reason for the vaccine pass is to dominate people, it's just doing the first negative of evil. We can freely get vaccinated for altruism to live well together, but we must always see the direction is for people as positive, or for dominating as negative. The corona vaccine was announced that vaccinating 2 times is for effects on body from the first. Even if you get vaccinated 2 times freely, if vaccine is not working 100% effective for immune system, if you focus on generating immunity in the body itself, it is difficult to continue to force additional inoculations again, although we can live with vaccine pass. But if it infringes on freedom, we, people, must fight back for freedom and not to get dominated. The moment when a vaccine is forced by abusing good intentions, it is no longer for altruism and positive. Just like forcing men to kill innocent people and forcing women as sexual slavery in wartime, if forcing people to get vaccinated through the vaccine pass. This is why the vaccine pass has the potential to become 666 in the future to dominate people. Knowing clearly that the vaccine is for life, but 666 is for domination. 666 is the first negative that the beasts want to rule and dominate you. This is why you must do the second neg as refusal, rejection. For a positive result, by any chance, in the name of a vaccine, if evils pretend to ask you to get vaccinated to dominate you and do 666, this is what you also must reject and eliminate it. Seriously, with the freedom, it doesn't matter if you get a real vaccine that injects antibodies to defeat the coronavirus and makes your body win against virus. Do you know the difference? This is because discrimination should not exist. If you are keeping altruistic, keep social distancing, like wearing a mask well until everything is fine. Already be healthy and already have antibodies. Or if you cannot get a vaccine because of a health problem, if sufficient social consensus has not been reached, and not based on clear logic, facts, and evidence, but enforced, this is because both the method and the approach are wrong. If the vaccine pass goes excessively without sufficient social consensus, inside this meaning, evils are trying to do evil that wants to dominate. So we will already know that our feeling, the energy detector, will detect and know negative energy. Here's the conclusion. Vaccine is for life. 666 is for domination. What is for life is for freedom except crime. What is for dominating is because to rule you by criminalizing and restricting or enslaving freedom by taking your life. In the second case, you must fight against the beast who wants to dominate. It becomes a war between the no-conscientious beast and the conscientious human. It will be a war between animals with WS properties of trash, and persons with WW properties of right. Of course, in the end, the positive, good, the existence who has right human properties, is always set to win. For positive. For domination, which is the first neg. Always reject, deny it as the second neg. In other words, as the Bible says, if there is a situation in which you will put a mark or chip on your right arm or forehead to be dominated, be sure to reject it for a positive result. NEG2POS wants you to become an existence who is not easily succumb to evil, just because you are only good. But NEG2POS wants you to be an existence who is good but smart, and gets rid of evil. Did you understand this video well? By knowing the first neg and second neg very well, make yourself clear how to act. And making positive results is important in life. Otherwise, you will be treated like slaves, getting used and suffered easily by evil. So, little by little, let's get smart together. Then see you in the next video.